What's this, Potato?
I don't know what this is.
Well, this is proof that Nintendo has always had both of us by the metaphorical balls.
Yeah.
The Pokemon franchise.
I've never played it this way before.
Oh yeah, I think going through it, you mentioned earlier when I was explaining how we would do this, that you didn't know that you could use the Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2 to play all your color games, right?
No, I knew that with, I believe it was Box, you could play the Gen 3 games, but that's about it.
Yeah. No, but I actually didn't have a Game Boy at first, but I had Pokemon Yellow that I shared between my two siblings.
Yeah.
So this is actually how I played the game for the first time.
We all have our own different ways.
Yeah. I always like the background that it gives you.
Is it always like that, or is it based on the game that you have in?
Based on the game you have in.
Sweet. Pikachu!
Oh, he's so cute. Yeah. I find it funny how, without a doubt, you are the bigger Pokemon fan. I think it's fair to say that. But by looking at us, you wouldn't guess it. I have a Sylveon change pouch and a Raichu tattooed to my leg, for freak's sakes.
Yeah, I still gotta get a tattoo at some point.
Is it going to be your beloved Pokemon? Your sweetheart Pokemon?
It's hard to tell, honestly.
Say her name.
Oh, I know it won't fit.
What won't fit?
Dick butt. Whatever. That's right, we're being mature here.
Oh, God. I shouldn't have told you about some of the things you could name your characters and stuff. Forget about what I said on screen during our play of Snap.
So I'm going to do this little thing in here where...
Wait, did I call you Potato?
Yeah, I called myself Potato.
Oh, you called your rival dick-ass.
Yeah. So, we're doing this with a couple different rules. I don't know if it's been done yet, but if it has, feel free to give us a link to it. We essentially called this the Little Cup Run. So the whole idea is, not everything is a Little Cup, but the whole idea is that...
Do you want me to explain this one, or...?
If you want to, yeah.
I just want to give the background to this.
Yeah, give the background.
Because we're always trying to find different ways to play the Pokemon battles. Between Egg Roulette, Wonder Battles, and all that stuff. But, looking at, while we were going through Stadium, the Little Cup rules. And sitting there, I was like, hey, Potato, what about a Little Cup run? And at first he was like, yeah, though he didn't know if I mean all the Little Cup rules.
Yeah.
So, with a lot of help from Potato here, we hammered out the rules for what we call a Little Cup run.
So essentially, in this, we called it Little Cup just because that rolls off the tongue a lot better. Essentially, you can only use basic Pokemon. They can only be in their first evolutionary stage. There are a couple exceptions. So, like Pikachu, the Nidorans, so on, they're okay. However, we have our own little ban list.
Well, it's based off the Gen 1 basics, isn't it?
Yeah, Gen 1.
There's no Pichu, so Pikachu definitely is basic.
Yeah, well, Pikachu is basic regardless. Baby Pokemon actually don't count as that.
Oh, that's right.
So that would be the only time that you could evolve your Pokemon. But the whole idea is that you can only use Pokemon that cannot evolve or haven't evolved. However, we do have a little ban list for the Pokemon that are evolved, or not evolved, sorry, such as Pinsir, Scyther, Tauros, things like that, which we deem that would be too overpowered.
Well, we more so restricted than banned.
Exactly.
Actually. And the rule is for 1 forms, because otherwise, your whole team would be 1 forms. It'd be Snorlax, Pinsir, Scyther, and all those.
Exactly.
Restricted rule of 1 single form Pokemon on your team at a time.
Exactly. You can swap them out at any time, but you can only ever have 1 on your team at a time. And I'm going to do this other thing here. I got this random name generator, which I'm going to be using to generate nicknames. And the first one we got for Pikachu here is Monty.
I swear I had nothing to do with the random name generator, though god damn that is the name I would have picked.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we scrap, if we get an Ekans, Can we, one, put in our party, and two, scrap the random name generator so we can call it Python?
I don't believe you can catch Ekans in Yellow.
You can't?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Ekans you cannot catch.
I know there's Arbok for sure.
I don't know if you could ever catch them, though. Because I'm pretty sure they're exclusive to Red. I could be mistaken there.
Ah, here's the thing, though. I think Yellow was the exception game because it came out after Red and Blue, and it was the sublimation of the two of them together.
Well, you still can't catch all of them.
Really? You can't?
You cannot get Weedle at all in Gen 1. There's actually a whole list that someone made of all the Gen 1 Pokemon you cannot get in Yellow.
Excuse me while I temporarily fuck off to look up what you can and can't catch in this gen.
Oh yeah, and what's kind of nice too is that this is not a Nuzlocke. This is just going to be like a little fun playthrough. Otherwise, we would lose like almost immediately. So
without over leveling to hell and back.
Yeah, like we're gonna. It's just for fun. Like
we are probably going over level because we don't have the stat boost of leveling up, or not leveling up, evolving.
Let's be honest. You never see someone do an actual playthrough and winning like the Pokemon League with a Pikachu, a Caterpie, and a Pidgey. Granted, that's probably not going to be our final team, but... Oh, and as well, Legendaries are not allowed. Of course, they're too good.
Well, we might try to catch some of them.
Yeah.
More so, there's one that I'm debating if we can catch, making this guy go through, because he's behind the helm of this one.
Yeah.
Controller's in his hands, so I get to poke fun at his bad play. Oh, stop for a second. Have you played Yellow before?
Yes. Yellow is the first Pokemon game I've ever played, and it was like the 5th video game I've ever played.
So you know what happens if you turn around and talk to your Pikachu, right?
Yep.
God, I love that.
I love it, yeah. Then they did a little throwback to that with the Heart Gold, Soul Silver. No, this is the game I grew up on. I was part of the group where we overleveled our Pikachu to take out Brock before we realized you could get a Mankey or a Butterfree.
Or Nidoran.
Or Nidoran, yeah. I never actually used Nidoran in Gen 1.
Do you know how to get Nidoran in Gen 1?
Yeah, you just catch it.
No, do you know where it is?
I know where, yeah.
Because you can get it before you hit the forest.
Yeah, right before Viridian. There's a little patch there. As well, right after you can get them, I think, upwards to level 4. I could be mistaken there. Yeah, so the whole idea is I'm doing this playthrough here. Bucko is going to be doing a different one, different game.
Oh god, F me on that one, by the way.
And yeah, I get to sit passenger on that, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, for F's sakes, you're right. You can't get Ekans in Yellow.
Yeah. I think you also cannot get... I think it was Electabuzz or Magmar, or it was both.
I'm sorry, I've put my phone away. I'm not looking up. I'm depressed. I wanted Monty Python.
Yeah, well, that would have been perfect.
You know, one thing I like about looking back at these older games, I say older games, but you know, these aren't nearly as old as it gets. You know, you can go back to Dis-Ease and to Atari and all that.
Yeah.
But even just this far back, you know, you see how far we've come. Also, how, you know, creative in ways they got to get around things that, you know, they couldn't do yet. Because, you know, think of the Pokemon games now. How would that Pikachu look compared to how it is on that screen?
Exactly.
That Pikachu would be fully functional animation with probably at least 100 sprite animations to it for walking behind you. But they may do with a very limited number.
Yeah.
Was it something like, what is it, one for the sides that's mirrored,
Yeah.
the back, which they, the front, and two frames for that? Because I know for this one, for the back, isn't it just 2 frames with the tail on going on the other side?
I believe so, yeah.
On the front, for some of it, it might actually only be 1 frame where they've actually put a separate sprite of feet moving.
Could be. Well, we'll pretty much find out as I walk around a little bit more here.
Or as I delve through a ROM version of the game's sprite file animation later.
Yeah.
Don't actually have a ROM for this, so...
I think the only one I have a ROM for is Crystal and then Black and White 2.
You know what? The only game I ever really had a ROM for... Actually, no, I can think of a few I had the ROM for now, I think what. But the only one I ever actually got myself was Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, yeah.
Because, while I do have the rare replay, which I'm pretty sure has that in it...
It should, yeah.
I wanted to see the game without all the censoring that took place after it switched over to Microsoft's hands.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a lot of that censoring was taken out in the thing, in, well, the newest rendition of it. Though I can't guarantee because I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it seems like if they did censor it, it'd be really pointless considering nowadays.
Exactly. I mean, I don't really agree with video game censorship, but I can see why they might have done that.
I understand why some games get censored for various reasons. I don't always I most of the time don't agree with it. But, you know... Because I very much see video games as art, and like I wouldn't want a comedian or a painter censored.
Yeah.
I would, you know, like them not being heard be based off of no one wanting their stuff, rather than, you know, some big board saying no, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
I do understand occasionally why it was.
Oh, okay. Nope, that does.
Oh, you didn't know what the big red button did.
No, I accidentally hit up on the C pad there. I was thinking, oh yeah, maybe I could use that to move, but nope. I didn't realize that there's a big thing on the bottom that says up as menu.
Up to menu.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why they would censor it on the replay, because you got games like Viva Pinata that's on there. Mm-hmm. So it's going to really appeal to parents, so you don't want to have a game that's that bad. Not in a bad way.
I'm not even talking about the replay, I'm talking about Conker's Live and Reloaded. Because when Rare moved over to Microsoft, they re-released Conker as Bad Fur Day as Conker Live and Reloaded.
Oh yeah,
and
I heard
in that they censored a bunch of stuff, and they watered down a lot of things. I think though Conker, you know, a lot of the stuff that people might have said was unnecessary, like, you know, a sunflower with big boobs and all that.
Yeah.
Showed, you know, were indicative to the world, and you know. Kind of said something about the world and about the characters involved.
Yeah.
You know, you take out that and it gets rid of some of the character building they've done, you know. Conker is supposed to be a shitbag.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of characters are supposed to be assholes. Ooh.
Nidoran.
Level 2. You can get a better one.
Yeah, I believe they can go up to level 3 in this grass here. I kind of want to get the Mankey, though.
You also want to level up your Pikachu just a little.
Yeah, well, I know that Gary's, or should I say Dick Ass is up here, so...
Yeah, don't go past this grass.
Come on, give me a good one. Damn it. I'm probably just going to start running away just because I don't want to get too over-leveled, and then I'll end up one-shotting them possibly.
I typically like to be around level 10 going through the forest. That's just, at least on my Pikachu.
There we go. There we go, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, wouldn't you just hate if you criticaled it?
Don't say that.
You think you can hit? You can get it with that? Just that? Why don't you try throwing a Pokeball?
Just do it. I got 10. All right. So this name generator is it picks a random name, like it doesn't matter for gender. Okay.
Auntie.
All right. Nidoran, a poison pin. Yeah.
So we're naming Auntie, but not as in, you know, your aunt. It's Auntie as in your bets.
Like, yeah, like Annie up. You know, when I was younger, I didn't realize that it was Nidoran male and Nidoran female. I actually just called them Nidoran up and Nidoran plus. For the longest time. I did not know that that's what that symbol meant.
Oh, God. I love you so much for that statement, because that just made my day.
Yeah. Come on, show me the Mankey.
Spearow.
I've never really used a Spearow at all.
Oh, me
I think it's because, actually I had one before, then I saw Gary gets one. I was like, oh, I don't want to have the same Pokemon as him.
Gary fucking Oak. Actually, is his last name Oak?
Yes.
I want to check, because I couldn't remember if Professor Oak was his maternal or paternal grandfather.
I believe his name is Oak, for sure.
So it'd be his maternal grandfather.
Most likely, yes. I'm gonna get Andy up here. Honestly, let's just like pay homage to the Gen 1 sprites here, specifically the ones when the Pokemon's on your side. I think they're as best as it could ever be. 10 out of 10. I mean, look at this. It doesn't even look the same. It looks like a Zubat almost, or a
Looks
Crobat.
like a pink fucking rabbit.
Oh shit! There's no select button here, is there? Shit!
What do you mean select button?
I can't change where my moves are.
You can't change.
Oh, there we go. It's L. Sweet. I'm very particular when it comes to where my moves go.
I didn't even know you could switch where they were.
Yeah, well, normally on the Game Boys, it was the select button.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess here they made L as select.
Holy shit, that did nothing.
Yeah, well, he's at 3 growls, too, so...
Oh. I didn't notice that you were growling him.
Yeah. I'd like to get everyone up to at least level 8.
I like to have my secondaries to minimum level 5. And I always like to have my Pikachu just a little up, you know?
Yeah.
In case something happens.
Well,
then again, it comes to that mentality of having a level 100 starter.
Once I get double kick, then I'm pretty much fine.
Mm.
Misty's gonna be a pain, though. Like, even though we have type advantage, Starmie is too good.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
I just realized.
Yeah.
But you cannot evolve your... Well, I already knew this. You can't evolve your Pikachu in Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah.
Unless you trade away your Pikachu and have someone else evolve it for you.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting. I guess they couldn't really make it too complex. Because I believe any Pikachu you trade to Yellow, you cannot evolve. I could be wrong there. I believe any Pikachu you send over cannot evolve.
Interesting.
So it's something within the game itself that doesn't allow the player to actually use the Thunderstones on Pikachu. There probably is some way that you can, but I never really looked into it.
Well, coding was a lot more simple back then.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, you're playing this game, Pikachu can't evolve. Done. Which kind of sucks because I love using Raichu.
If Pokemon equal Pikachu, Thunderstone equal no response.
Yeah.
Instead of if Pokemon equal this one Pikachu based off of a serial number, Thunderstone does not work.
Yeah.
And if Pokemon equal Pikachu, not that Pikachu, and within this group set of Pokemon, including Pikachu, Thunderstone does work. Which is a bit harder to code.
Yeah. Nowadays, they can do it pretty easy. Where it's like, hey, yeah, this one specific Pikachu you get is actually in the game as a completely separate thing. Such as the cosplay and the hat Pikachus. You cannot evolve those, despite them being a Pikachu. Same with the spiky ear Pichu in Gen 4, you could not evolve it. But what's actually very depressing about that, too, is that even though it was an event Pokemon, it was locked to Gen 4. You could not send that up. Which also kind of peeves me with the cosplay Pikachu. You cannot transfer that to Gen 7.
Yeah, I had picked the costume I wanted to transfer. What about you?
Mine was going to be Libre, just because I love that. Like, that's my favorite costume, but the best one overall is Belle, by far.
Belle is the one with the ice, right?
Yeah.
And I like the Pop Star, or Diva Pikachu, or what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because giving it Draining Kiss was just freaking hilarious for me.
Alright, well, that's the only way Pikachu can get recovery, too. But still, like, Electric Fairy is pretty good coverage there. Oh, that's alright, actually. But when you have that Electric Ice, it's perfect. I liked having, like, I thought the idea of Rockstar having a Meteor Mash was pretty cool. Still, Electric Steel, that's not bad typing as well. To use for offense.
Yeah. So are you going to head to the forest, or you going to do some more grinding?
I'm probably going to do a little bit more grinding here. I'll probably get Nidoran up to level 6 here.
Yep.
And then we will take on Dick-Ass. Might as well do that next episode. Looks like don't want to keep you all too long.
Yeah, probably end this right away.
Yeah, we'll actually cut things off right here.
Potato, do you want to say goodbye to the one person watching us?
Thank you, one person watching us. You give us motivation to live life.
Thanks, Potato's mom.
Thank you. Anyways, hopefully you all join us for this peculiar adventure. Hopefully we don't get hammered too hard in these gyms. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.